Hello everybody, Sarah Jane Cruickshank here, and you are here live with the first ever Sizzle with Sarah. And the idea of Sizzle with Sarah is that I get to interview some of the top marketers and people that motivate me in the industry. This guy here, I'm not going to say his name yet because you probably all know him anyway, but I'm going to grill him. It's a sizzle, I'm going to grill him, and I'm going to find out the top secrets, okay? So with me today, I have the awesome Paul Turner. Hello, Paul.
Hello, Sarah. First of all, can I just say I'm honoured to be the first.
Oh, good, good. Right, okay. So, whereabouts are you based in the world, Paul?
Slightly nervous now, because honestly, Sarah's not giving me any prep for this. She just says, are you free?
You haven't even done any prep for this. Yep.
And then she said, I'm going to grill you. So honestly, this is raw. So where am I based? I'm in my home office. No, I'm in a town called Grantham in the UK.
Right.
You might as well know the usual story. We're famous for Margaret Thatcher, first British Prime Minister, was born here. Isaac Newton was born just outside and went to school in Grantham. I went to the same school as Isaac Newton, and we were voted the most boring town in Britain 2 years on the trot. So now you know why I found the internet to be support.
Well, that leads me into my next question. What made you pursue a career online?
I've always been into gadgets. When I was a kid, I had a ZX81, and those of you old enough will know that that was one of the first home computers. So I've always kind of been into gadgets and things like that. As I got into sort of work, career and everything, and I think one of the things that resonated with me was when I was at school, and you know, when you're off ill at school and you get to watch daytime telly and it's a big treat, I can remember thinking then, I should be allowed to watch this anytime I want, but I've got to go to school. And that kind of carried on with me, I think, when I went into work, and got very driven with work in terms of, you know, because I'm that personality. If I do something, I like to do it well. And I just thought one day, I'll tell you my breaking point story. The breaking point came, I worked for a blinds company in the UK, made-to-measure blinds company. Those of you in the UK probably know it is because it's like the biggest one. And I was an area manager. I used to be responsible for £1 million in advertising budget, which is pretty cool. And I used to have up to 80 advisors underneath me that I used to have to, you know, coach and build their business with them. But the regional manager one day said, what we want you to do, guys, we want you to get on your patch for 9 o'clock in the morning and not leave until at the earliest 5. So you're working 9 till 5 on your patch, more like 6 really, but 9 till 5. Yeah, my patch is 3 hours away. And so you want me to leave at 6 in the morning,
wow,
do a full day's work, drive 3 hours, do a full day's work, drive back, get home 8 or 9 at night to do it again the next day. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And then I got really serious about trying to get out of work and work online for myself. So because being gadgety computer was the obvious way of doing it.
So who motivates you, Paul? You're a big motivator. You motivate a lot of people, but who floats your boat? Who do you follow?
I follow people like you, seriously. The reason is because, how do I put it? Everybody thinks it's about the money. Well, with you, it'd be you. So there's everybody thinks it's about the money, and honestly, guys, it isn't. The motivation for me was to get out of work, okay, so I could be my own boss, and I did. I got out, I got my own company. Quickly realised I basically owned a job, okay, and had all the stress that comes with that. Online is much sweeter, I promise you. So it's not about. It is about the money to a degree because I have to pay the bills, but the main driving force for me is to see people like Sarah be on the same journey. And if I can help Sarah get free, and I always remember a story Sarah told at Christmas. It was like the first Christmas in like yonks and yonks, she'd managed to buy her husband a Christmas present without having to go to him for the money first. Because Sarah's at home with 2 small kids. How she copes for that, God knows. But she manages to work, look after 2 small kids, and do all that good stuff. And she still crushes it online. So honestly, I'm not kidding, Sarah, when I say people like you inspire me and motivate me. But then also I work with fantastic Eric Green. He's my business partner. He's in the States. I'm in the UK. I was on a webinar with a mutual friend, Michael Martin, the other day, and he said they remind me of the Odd Couple. You know,
but an early, isn't it?
yeah. So Eric Green is a massive. I owe him a lot for where I am. I owe Eric Green a hell of a lot. And we just bounce off each other really well. And, you know, the two of us, I think, work really well together and create more. But then I have guys like, you know, Ray Higdon is my guru. Ray Higdon is awesome. And I've got kind of a little goal that one day I'm going to get his coaching, because he can charge, I think it's something like $15,000 for a 6-hour session. So that's one of my goals, guys. I'm going to work with Ray Higdon. He'll probably be watching this interview, because I know he follows you.
Probably, yeah. All the greats watching me. So, you know, they'll all be watching this and wanting to be on my Sizzle with Sarah. So they'll be clawing at the bit to get on.
And then what I will say, guys, is if you want to get anywhere, this is a self-development business. They are all self-development books and business books. There's 2 shelves full in my walk-in cupboard there. On my tablet computer, I've got Kindle with a load of books on. I have a laptop computer there that you can see, and that streams to that screen up there. And I will permanently be having trainings on, or I've got Audible as well. Or a YouTube video. Lots of people motivate me, too many to mention, because they're in books, they're on videos, and so on. And I'm always feeding this.
Just nuggets of wisdom from all the different areas of life, really. So tap into it.
Sarah knows, because she's been involved in a business with me, and I've done some trainings for that. And I've said it a few times in the trainings, that one of my secrets is I am always watching a training, but what I try and do is, if I'm trying to learn Facebook, I will watch a training from Sarah. Sarah did one the other day about, you know, how to get more engagement and stuff. I'll watch that. I will listen to Jessica Higdon. I will listen to a Michael Martin one. I will listen to any training I can get on the same subject and listen to them more than once. And you find the commonalities. Where the commonality is, that's the magic. And then every now and again you get a little gem from somebody else that is just like a little ninja trick or something like that. But you cannot possibly know a training from watching it once, is my philosophy, or know all the information in a book from reading it once. I have read, where's this book? This is the book that got me out of my job and in my own business, responsible for a 6-figure real world business in pounds. That's about $150. I'm not kidding you guys. I've got the audio version of this. I've read this about 4 or 5 times, and I've listened to the audio version when I was driving around, at least 10. So there you go. Sorry, that was a long answer to a short question. Sorry, Sarah.
Oh, you're waffling on. So this is meant to be short sizzle, and you're just waffling on like you do. No, it's great. Anyway, right. Next question, Paul. You are known for taking newbies, as it was in the industry, you know, into success. That's one of your trademark things, I feel, that, you know, you can take a newbie and you can show them the way. So can you give maybe some advice to anybody that's thinking about maybe starting a business online? What is the first things they really need to think about?
Okay, I can tell you the one thing they need to think about, really. The main thing is you have to get rid of your ego. Now that sounds quite, but it's advice I got from my mentor. Okay, one of my mentors, a guy called Darren Little. And when I say ego, I think people sometimes think that I mean that they swan around like divas and, you know, they have to have all the purple M&Ms taken out of the pack and all that. I don't mean that. What I mean is you have to be vulnerable. You have to be willing to be coachable and just do as you're bloody told. Because we all have a tendency, and it's the ego, that voice in your head that says, oh, they use that. I could use this. Or, you know, the classic one is sales pages with these online businesses. They all tend to be American or aimed at the American market, because that is the biggest kind of market on the planet, really, for this sort of stuff. And in England, for example, I hear it all the time. Oh, it's too American. Well, that's racist these days. Honestly, that's racist. You can't see. You couldn't say, oh, it's too Indian. You know. So that's the first thing. But the second thing is, I joined because of that page, you know, and people go off. They're complete newbies, and they think, oh, I'll make my own web page because I can do better than that. They're completely new. They've never done anything. So that's your ego talking. So just lose the ego, and the rest will follow.
That's very good advice.
If you lose the ego, and I say to a newbie, listen, Sarah, I want you to believe in yourself. The ego goes, oh yeah, but I don't, you know, if you lose the ego and it's like, okay, he's told me to believe in myself, right, I will. I'm going to do it. And then I tell you to do something, and even if it doesn't make complete sense to you, you do it. You will learn by doing it, and eventually fall out the other end like Sarah has, an awesome marketer.
Right, okay. Time to get personal now, Paul. What makes you angry?
Honest?
Yeah.
Do you want me to be really, really brutally honest? Not a lot now. Because, okay, again, I don't know. I want to say something. What makes me angry? Nothing really makes me angry. And the reason it doesn't is because I've done an NLP course. A lot of things used to make me angry. I used to get really frustrated when people would basically join a business and do nothing. That used to frustrate me. It used to frustrate me when people, I mean, the classic, Paul, I'm joining you. Great. And then 6 months later, you're still doing this dance with, were you ready? Yeah, I'll definitely do it tomorrow. Still haven't. Things like angry, but I hate to see people that I still don't like to see people that could be really successful blocking themselves, if you know what I mean. And you can see it. I mean, I'm sure you look at people now, Sarah, from where you are now, and you look at them and go, I've told them.
Yeah.
I'm sure they know, but they just won't do it. So, but in actual fact, it doesn't make me angry anymore because that's their journey. And I've done a neuro-linguistic programming course. I actually qualified this month, so I'll be qualified.
Well done.
Yeah, well, I've got one more question to go, so we'll see. But yeah, you realise that they're on their journey and nobody can affect me. It's only my interpretation that makes me angry or whatever. And do you want to spend your life being angry? Who wants to spend their life being angry and filling their body with all the stress chemicals and all that you get from being angry? I'd rather be happy, so I choose to be happy.
Good for you. Brilliant. Okay, right. If somebody was going to play you in a movie about your life, who would you choose to be the actor?
Hard. I'd have to say Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt, because I look like him.
Yeah, that's the obvious choice, isn't it, really?
Some people say the Pitts. He probably couldn't because he's too old, but my favourite actor of all time is Anthony Hopkins. So I'd say
Brilliant
Anthony
choice.
Hopkins. Brilliant. And I actually met the man, and he's an awesome dude.
Have you? Wow.
Yeah, he was filming in Loughborough, which isn't too far away from here, many years ago. So I went along to meet him, hoping he'd do the whole Silence of the Lambs, but he didn't. So yeah, I shook his hand. I've got his autograph, and he asked me if there are any good Indian restaurants around here.
Fantastic.
Yeah, nice guy. And
yeah,
fantastic.
Well, that's great claim to fame. Right, okay, if I was going to take you down the pub, Paul, what drink would I buy you?
Doombar, pint of Doombar or Tribute.
Excellent. These are important questions I need to ask you, see, because this, it tells you a lot about a person, what they drink, okay? So that's so far, you're pretty cool, so that's good. Right, okay. Right. Now then, what else have I got on my question list? Let's have a look. I've pretty much covered everything, really. All I was going to ask you was, can you tell us about a project that you're working on right now?
I could, but I'd have to kill you.
That's on camera, everybody, so if I'm not here tomorrow, you know why.
Right, okay, so what we're working on at the minute. Okay, well, let me just run through what we did. Because Eric and I, we were chatting one day, and we weren't even drunk, and we had this kind of crazy idea, because he's in America anyway, so it's very difficult for us to time it right. 5 hours apart. So we had this crazy idea that we would, from scratch, we'd pick a business, one that we weren't involved in, and we would show people how we picked it, why we chose it, and we had an aim to do $30,000 over a 30-day period, but we gave ourselves 3 months to do it, and we actually did it in the first 30 days, which was really cool.
Amazing.
So, yeah, well, I mean, we made a mistake because I actually, talking about mindset and stuff, feeding your brain, I had this piece of paper that was on my computer that I focused on every day with that intention. 90 days, averaged $1,000 a day for 30 days by the 1st of August, and we did it in the first 30 days. But the mistake was I could have put 40,000 on there, and I bet we would have done 40,000. We focused on it every day. I know you're into law of attraction and stuff, Sarah, and it's just it was so crazy because we did 30k. So following on from that, the project we're working on, we have a project, we actually called it the Shadow Commission Project. I don't know whether you're trying to lead me or that's coincidence, but we have this. We set a group up where as we did it, we showed people everything we did. So we could have looked like right numpties, to be honest. For those of you watching other countries, numpty means idiot. We could have looked like idiots because we could have fallen flat on our face. So it's quite ballsy to do, really, even I say it myself. So luckily it went all right.
Yeah.
But we're working now on the enhancement of that, and everybody that got involved with us and everybody that does get involved with us We're putting marketing report together that they can all use. And in fact, I don't know how, I mean, this is evergreen, so you might be looking at this in the future. Hello, you got flying cars. But yeah, on the 15th of June, we're starting a massive coaching project. And that is what we're doing over a 30-day period for everybody. I know you can't read that, but we're going to get them all set up. We're going to help them tell their story. We're going to tweak the story for the people that actually take action and do it. We're going to use that to form more marketing material. We're going to feature them everywhere online. So we kind of did the 30 days as this is what's possible, guys. Here's our case study. Here's what we did. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to launch that to help all our business partners. Because, like I said earlier, it's like I said at the start, it's about helping other people get free from their jobs. That's my major desire. Okay, so I can't do that unless I actually help them. So that's what we're doing at the minute.
Fantastic. Well, that sounds very exciting. And I know so far you've had incredible success. So would you say that that's been your greatest business achievement so far? The Admissions project?
We're all on a journey. So if you're watching this, and well, we'll say, by the way, if you're watching this and you watch it because Sarah sent you this, Sarah is in our team. So you get our support, you get all these materials, even if you join Sarah. I will say that just to make that clear. It's for the team. It's not just my personal team. If you join Sarah, you're still in our team. Okay. So is it my greatest success? Yes, but I know that I've got more to come.
Brilliant. Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Paul, for doing this. And it's just been brilliant. And this is my first ever Sizzle, and I hope you enjoyed it too. And I plan to do lots more classes and grill them as well. But thank you so much for joining me. Good luck with your project.
Can I just say to everybody watching, what Sarah is doing now, she's getting off her ass and taking action. You can read all the books, you can watch all the trainings like I talk about, because that gives you kind of the knowledge, but the knowledge is useless unless you actually take action. Now, Sarah is a real go-getter, and if you are looking to get involved in a business, speak to Sarah, okay? Sarah will always have my support. She's an awesome marketer, so you kind of get 2 for 1, yeah? So just have a chat with her. Sarah, I really do. I meant what I said when I'm motivated by people like you that actually get off the backside and do something and make it happen. And I'm just so glad I met you. I'm so glad you're in the team and you are on the journey and you've already had success, and I know you've got more coming and you'll be caught up with me in no time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your support over the years as well, Paul. Awesome. Great to know you. Speak to you soon.
Bye. Bye.